Hello, and I'm so glad I get the time to walk you through the COE lesson plan template. I know that lesson planning can be stressful and sometimes overwhelming, but this template provides a clear and structured framework to support effective instruction and to help you create engageful and meaningful learning experiences for your students. I'll break down each section of the template and explain why it's important and how it contributes to a well-rounded lesson. Before diving in, it is important to consider who you are teaching. So you need to understand how they will adapt to the different learning styles. You need to address the individual needs and language support or any IEP accommodations, and plan for group strategies and collaboration and peer learning. So now that you've considered your students' needs, one of the most critical parts of lesson planning is to ensure that our learning objectives align with the state standards. That alignment needs to keep our instruction focused on measurable and meaningful things. So the state standards and objectives of the COE lesson plan templates help ensure our teaching aligns with state and district expectations. It defines clear, measurable goals for student learning and guides instruction, assessments, and differentiation. You write a strong objective with exactly what they will learn, how we know that they've mastered it, and does it match the students' development levels. So once you have the objective is clear, measurable, and directly linked to the standard, it makes it easy to assess your students' progress. Now that we have clear objectives, we're going to talk about how to engage students from the start with an effective anticipatory set. So you need to capture your students' attention and help them connect new content to what they already know. And this is where that comes in. You need to make the lesson engaging from the start and help them build on what they already know and what they already understand about the lesson. To ensure that all students can access and engage with learning, you need to apply the universal design for learning framework, which focuses on 3 key principles, which will be means of representation of how you present the information, means of engagement on how the students stay motivated and involved, and then the means of expression on how students demonstrate understanding. By incorporating those strategies, you ensure that every student, regardless the ability, language background, or learning preference, can fully participate and succeed in the lesson to the fullest. The next thing we're going to look at is how we differentiate instruction to meet all the needs of the learners, and there can occur in 4 key areas. It can be the content on what they learn, the process of how they learn, the product of how they demonstrate what they have learned, and the learning environment with where and whom the students are learning. By incorporating differentiation to the lessons, we ensure that every student is challenged at the right level and has every tool they need to succeed. The next thing we're going to talk about is going to be extension activity and homework. Learning doesn't stop at school, so your extension activity should be relevant to what they learned, engaging and flexible with their home environment. Because not everybody has the home environment. For homework, you would make sure that you have provided bilingual instructions for any ELs or reduce the workload for any students with special needs, and then possibly for early finishers, give them something more challenging like a puzzle or something that goes along with your assignment. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the importance of alignment. It makes sure that the standards, objectives, and activities and assessments all work together to support student learning. By maintaining the alignment throughout the lesson, you create a clear path for student success and make learning meaningful and measurable. The next thing we're going to talk about is how the assessment data helps improve instruction. So you have pre-assessments, formative assessments, summative assessments that will all occur throughout the lessons. And by using that data, you ensure the learning target is targeted, responsive, and effective for your students, and then you can make adjustments as needed. Then you're gonna have every classroom has diverse learners, and differentiation ensures that all of the students can access and engage with the lesson. There's different ways that you can make sure every student is challenged and supported at the right level to reach their full potential. And then technology offers exciting opportunities to make learning more interactive and engaging for your students. There's interactive whiteboards, there's learning apps, there's digital storytelling, and even virtual field trips you can use via like YouTube or something like that. So we've covered how it is designed and focused in engaging lessons, and that they're aligned with the state standards and tailored to every student's needs, and supported by the assessments and the technology that they have to use. If you have any more questions, we can go over it a little more in detail and see where this template is actually put into action. Thank you so much for watching.